Hi.
Wait, when are we going to? Sorry. Oh, hello. Hi everyone. Hi. No, I was saying when do we playing till? I can't remember.
10:30.
Okay. Hello everyone. Sorry about that. Hi, welcome to D8 Dungeon. I'm GMing this week. Woo! Anyway, hi, I'm Philippa, and we've got some lovely players with us. Everyone introduce yourselves, and then we'll talk about some nice sponsors. So on my screen I have Dahi. Who are you? Who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Dahi. I use they them pronouns. I am playing Deceit, the glamour bard, who also does the same, uses they them pronouns, and they are a world-renowned actor.
Excellent. Next I've got Wayne.
Hi, I'm Wayne. I am playing Ozfire Tallbarrow, who is a Male Lightfoot halfling cleric, and his pronouns are he, him, and he is a barrel of neurotic problems. A tall barrel of neurotic
Oh,
problems, I would say.
yes. And Declan?
Yes, same.
Yes, it has been a while.
Yeah. I feel like I have a weird energy today, but I'm excited.
And you're in
Oh, and I should
charge,
say,
so
I'm playing Thalia, who is a wild magic barbarian who uses she, her, and I use she, her as well. So, Declan, can you just do our lovely sponsors for us so I don't
Yes.
forget anything?
And many thanks to Moist Snail. I forgot to turn my microphone on. So I will, if that's okay, randomly introduce myself once again. I am...
Yes, please do.
Yes, playing Oster Cure, an Aragonasi monk by way of the Open Hand. And I am the joy in the party. I just a good, wholesome, honest boy who wants to, like... do a good job being a hero, and for some reason the other DMs take issue with this. And sponsors, we would very quickly like to make mention of some friends of the show who help us out, and they in turn they give us stuff to pass on to wonderful folks out there in the audience. So first up, we have the Rook and the Raven, and they are creators and purveyors of some customizable TTRPG notebooks and accessories that you, as a player or as a DM, can customize to your heart's content. So whether you're planning a new campaign or making track of character changes, you can pick one of those up. For a multitude of systems, it's not just D&D. And if you use the code D8Dungeon at the checkout, you can get 15% off. And a portion of those sales come back to us as well. So yeah, code D8Dungeon, and I popped it into the chat. We're still waiting on a new discount code from Dakota Irish. So I don't want to put in that message because it always pops up with the old code, and a few people have tried to use it. But Dakota Irish are really good friends of ours, and I am rolling some really wonderful dice that I got from Dakota Irish. I'm doing the Mua thing. For some reason, it's not working.
I think we all are.
And DakotaIrish.com, a small Irish TTRPG business that make and sell some really awesome dice. They have a pretty huge collection, but also other TTRPG related accessories and goodies. Strongly suggest you check those out. And I've kind of one other thing to mention. It's not really a sponsor, but just a quick notice that next weekend, and oftentimes when I say next weekend, people assume it's like tomorrow, like it's like the next weekend coming. I mean, like the weekend, like the 15th, I think, or the 16th, of, 16th of June.
The weekend of 17th and 18th of June,
yes,
which is the Saturday and the Sunday.
Which would have been the clever way and the non-confusing way to explain that. But D8 Dungeon are heading up to QCon. So we are going to be going to QCon for the whole weekend. And we are going to be running, I say we, it's me, I'm running some games. I'm going to be running 2 TTRPG one-shots that I've written, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, and I'll also be conducting 2 workshops. So I'll be doing 2 workshops, one on voice acting for your table as a player or as a DM, and then also how you might take your idea and turn it into content for streaming or content for podcasting. And sort of the do's and don'ts of that from the point of view of someone who made a lot of don'ts, and figured out what the do's were afterwards. So that's next weekend up in Queen's University in Belfast. So we're there for the 2 days. I will be cosplaying on the second day because my Melissa, a good friend of D8 Dungeon, is coming along side me, and she has roped me into cosplaying. So very much looking forward to that. I'm apparently the mad scientist from Breath of the Wild.
Oh, very good.
And
Ooh.
she's obviously cosplaying my weird sister, mad scientist, too. But yeah, prepare yourself for two really obnoxious, annoying
that would be
weirdos
fun.
who will also be in cosplay. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. That's it from me.
Wonderful, thank you. Oh, and we should also say Fiona has had to step away from the game, so she's not going to be in any more of the episodes. So Calder is off doing something else now, basically. Okay, with all the announcements done, so we find ourselves back in the present in the pub, and Thalia's been very quiet up until this point, having been given strange mushrooms and forced to watch a strange puppet show, and just generally been being talked at a lot. And so she's just like slamming down the kitten milk and is like, "Look, we just need to get on with the story. I'm so bored of all these side stories, and we just need to get on with it. Look, I remember we chased down that wizard glass staff, like all of this moving around in the time as well. Let's get back on track. We chased down that wizard glass staff after we'd been in the hideout, didn't we? Then what did we get up to? I think we were in the forest for a bit. Nothing exciting happened there. There was just a few weird odd quests that we had to do, and they seemed to do nothing to progress the story. Therefore, next," and she brings out like a tattered old note that's like worn with age, and she's like, "I remember this was important," and like slams down a map of this old crumbling ruin that we all remember was Cragmore Castle, and still on this very old and crumpled piece of paper is the mark of the Black Spider, who somehow was embroiled in this tale, but we had not yet worked out what it was all those years ago. And she's like, "Right, come on then, where do we go next?" And we go, and find ourselves back in time. Yeah, there's like a sort of like B movie like change, and we are our younger selves. Thalia, of course, looking extremely buff. Everyone else looking reasonably how they did, although they all look very short in comparison, of course. You're also weenie.
I just love the idea of Osfire being shorter than he actually is.
Yeah, I mean,
or are we
So
all
small.
now Osfire height?
I think it's like a forced perspective, like
Okay.
looking down. Every time, like it's like the view is now higher than it was last time. Like the camera
How-
has gone up.
Yeah, and
How
it's just
tall is Thalia?
It's like probably like 7 foot, and you can't teach
Okay.
that sort of situation. Like 6'5", 6'8", maybe. I don't know. Very tall.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
just the tops of all our
Yeah,
heads
this
is
is
all
like
we're going to see for the rest
6'2",
of
I
this.
think, so.
Yeah.
yeah.
we're just like this.
Your faces
Hey.
are vaguely blurry apart from your forehead.
Really detailed
It's like
foreheads
that.
in this description.
Yeah.
Just
A
like
little bit of eyebrow.
Really, yeah,
not-
really large forehead. It's like that anime kind of
Yeah.
like perspective.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be like that for the whole episode, obviously. And yeah, last time to go back through our timey-wimey mix-up, the last point we were chronologically was we were chasing down Glassstaff from the Red Brand's hideout, I believe. And so yeah, Thalia has sort of like, we get like a little bit of like fast forward bit of us like tracking down Glassstaff through some forest and things. And so I think we find ourselves in a little clearing, which is Declan, the first one on the slide is a little picture of the Tribor Trail, which is this area of forest outside of Phandelver. And yeah, I think we've probably run on and been following Glassstaff for a little while. And yeah, he's keeping just ahead of us at the moment. But yeah, we find ourselves in a forest. What do you want to do?
Why couldn't he be like strolling through like a market or something a little bit more nice? Like I can't with this forest. It's so humid out here.
Oster kind of just takes kind of a sidestep up to Deceit, and he's he's an Erganassi. So it is always that thing of like he's if he's a little too cold, the air just around him gets a little bit warmer, and if he's a little too hot, it's a little cooler if he needs it to be. Like not to the point that he's making any dramatic weather changes, but yeah. He just kind of just stands a little, and it is that thing of like you could there's a shiver of like, whew, and it's just Oster standing behind you, and it's just a big happy smile on his head.
You're like traveling air conditioning, whatever that means.
Yeah, no, it's just a thing. My mom said it's just a thing. I run hot, I run
That's
cold.
good. Useful.
I also run
especially
quick. I run really quick.
You do. Speaking of running quick, which way did he go?
Oh, hang on. So, in the manual, it said to look for like snagged branches and like disturbed trail. So I think, and Oster's going to drop, like literally get on his belly, and like he's going to start examining if he can maybe investigate to look to see if there's like
Sure.
a trail.
Do you want to do a
Okay.
little survival
Yep.
check to do a bit of tracking? I think this will be quite an easy one because you've been kind of tracking.
That's a
stuff through the
6. That's a 6 for Oster.
Not that easy.
Oh, there's so much to see, Oster. There's like you saw a bear tracks, you saw some like deer poo. There's just so much. It's overwhelming. There's maybe some human tracks in here. Meh.
Oscar is going to step forward and like I kind of stand next to the prone body of Oster and kind of just move some of the dirt around with his foot, and also maybe have a gander with his keen, matured eyeballs.
The seat is going to
look
like they're looking, like they're going to be like, they're like, ooh, what's over there? But like they're not who care. They're waiting for somebody to carry this part of it.
I got 13. I rolled an 11 plus 2.
Yeah. Not being right next to the ground, you're able to see a little more clearly through the trees. And you can see next to the deer poop are some more footprints that seem a little bit fresher in the dirt. You can see that there's the footprints of glass stuff, but there also seem to be a couple of other tracks that have also gone in this direction that look kind of not human, maybe sort of goblinoid of some sort as well. This area of the trail, you've been on little winding paths and bigger parts. This part's quite small, but yeah, there seems to be quite a lot of footfall here.
I dragged myself out of the dirt there, boy. The tracks did the lead off in this general direction, but there seems to have company, some goblins, I do believe,
and a bear, and at least one deer.
Maybe. I think
So he has a menagerie of creatures and goblins. What a strange man. Onward, I say. And the seat's just gonna like tater forward towards the direction.
What's I should ask, what's all of your passive perception?
Oh gosh.
Minus 12.
13.
11.
13. Damn, how do I have that?
Oh, not bad. Okay, yeah, to see you're tottering forward.
It's because I'm jack of all trades.
Yes. Bard. You totter forwards, and you're like, oh yes, got to find the perfect angle in the sunlight, and you can see someone's blocking my light. And that someone is a big old hobgoblin. You see, out of the corner of your eye, further ahead down the trail, there's like a little turn, and where there should be beautiful sunlight illuminating your features, you can see Glassstaff has run into a little pack of. There's 2 hobgoblins and let's see, 1 goblin, and they're sort of like gathered around him, naturally looking quite menacing because they're a bit tall and got large weapons and things, but they sort of seem to be all in the clump talking with each other.
Okay, friends, look, somebody has obstructed some wonderful lighting, and it seems to be some hobgoblin type creatures and a man. I assume he might be our charge. Should we maybe get the drop on them?
Is
Or
there
should
a
we...
bear and a deer with them?
I didn't see them, but I'm still looking.
Okay.
How should we go about this?
So how many can we see the hobgoblins and the other
Yeah, now
crowds
you've
here?
kind of seen through. So you've got like a little turn in the trail. There's like kind of thick trees in this part of the forest. It's all like old oak and that sort of situation. And so yeah, you can see through the trees. There's 2 hobgoblins with their big tufted ears and large armor. 1 goblin, and then Glassstaff himself seems to be talking with them sort of quite quickly. And seems to be sort of gesturing back towards you as if he's maybe being like, I think I'm being followed.
Can we ascertain whether they're being hostile towards him or they're just conversing?
They've not immediately attacked him. If you wanted to learn more, you could do a little insight. Just to
Okay.
sort of see if you can work out how they're
I think
doing.
Deceit would
Okay.
also be interested, if that's
For sure,
okay.
for sure. Go for it.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's a 16. Well, 14
Oh,
plus 2.
Jesus.
Oster-
Yeah, I'm going to leave that to you.
Yeah, Oster is.
I got-
He sees
Oh.
Deceit and Osfire doing something. He has not worked out what they're doing, but he's trying to mimic them in the same. Yeah,
I feel like Deceit, how Deceit's doing this little insight check is they're gossiping with Osfire, but I'm just like, so by the look of their boots, I got an 11 by the way. By the look of their like boots, their clothes, like what kind of people? Do you think like they're like kind of aggressive, or like how do you feel about them? I don't know.
Hobgoblins and goblins, they generally have a demeanor of aggressive at all times. They wake up aggressive. That tends to be their outlook on life. It's aggressive.
Well, that's sad. Maybe we should like help them workshop that.
and
Maybe have
yeah,
the PR team.
I don't
Yes.
know if we have time for a therapy session for hobgoblins.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can see that they're sort of standing in a huddle, but they don't look aggressive towards Glassstaff. One of them's got a large sort of clawed hand on his shoulder, but it's more sort of like a tense negotiation, if anything. And yeah, as they're talking, one of them turns and starts coming back towards the trail, towards where you're all hiding behind the trees.
Maybe we should remain hidden and then like get the jump. How about that?
We might want to do that soon, because that fellow there seems to be coming right towards us.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Deceit's gonna try and hide in the bushes, but
Do a little
like while
stealth.
like kind of like skirting around as well if
Absolutely,
possible.
yeah. Anyone who wants
We
to
will do a
hide,
little stealth.
do a little stealth.
I'm just gonna have a look. I want to see if I took invisibility as a spell. Oh, no, I can't cast that yet. I don't think. Oh wait, I did take it.
I have disadvantage on stealth because of my
Okay.
armor.
Armor, yeah.
and I got a
Look,
13.
if they find one of us, they find us all. I'm not gonna bother casting invisibility. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stealth. Oh, that's a nice number. What did it go up to? That is an 18.
Okay.
Stealthy.
How did you do, Wayne? How did Osfire do?
Oh
One.
no. Oh.
Uh-oh. How did Oster do?
13.
Okay.
Oh.
So how does Deceit is beautifully hidden inside of a bush. You are the bush. Oster, you're not badly
the
hidden,
bush.
although I think your toes are poking out a little. But Osfire, where have you hidden? What's caused this?
Osfar goes to look around to see where everyone else is, and it's kind of like looks, and he's turning. His foot is caught in a root of a tree that he's leaning against.
Yeah.
And he just twists in his armor. And if I'm not mistaken, he's still greased up from when he left the bad guy's place. That was greased up so I could move slowly. So my foot gets stuck, and the grease slip, and I just basically the clank of chainmail armor as he just slips and slides on himself,
Oh, no.
and just literally this is like a little hockey puck just slides out of the bush, just like
Right into the path of this hobgoblin who looks down at you.
Deceit is just in the bush, just like, oh no. Just like watching him slide.
Thalia also rolled very badly, so I think part of the trip is you also cause Thalia to just be like also out onto the road. So imagine like in terms of how like everything's set up, imagine like an S shape of a path, and the group are at the top of the S and we're kind of at the back. So this hobgoblin has come around. So yeah, he sees you and immediately goes to his sword. Do you want to do any? Well, no, there's no surprise round. So, do you want to do a little bit of initiative? You don't have to attack, of course, but just
Ooh.
go.
I am not rolling well. I have not rolled above a 10. That's an 11.
11 for us. Us.
Oh, and my initiative is +3. I got a 21.
Wow.
Thanks.
I rolled a 19, so.
I rolled a
And how did Oscar
12.
do?
12. I don't have any bonus initiatives. I rolled 12.
Jack of all trades giving me that extra one.
Bard time.
Bard time.
Oh, Thalia did.
They're about to have a bard time.
Okay. Talk about yourself, Moon. I will just work out the order. So deceit is.
It's just like everybody leaves the chat.
Yeah.
DA Dungeon is now cancelled due to that one bomb.
Oh wait. Okay. Right. So actually, the hobgoblin looks a little bit stunned. Actually, as you slide out in front of them, Ospire. So stunned, in fact, deceit. You're up first. You can do something before the hobgoblin.
Okay.
So you're currently hiding in a bush.
Currently hiding in a bush. Currently worried. Currently like, what the fuck is going on? How far? We only are around this one hobgoblin, correct?
Yeah. The others, I'd say, are
Okay.
probably like through the woods, like 20, maybe 25 feet. But like, there's some trees in the way.
They haven't noticed us yet, have
Not
they? the
yet,
other ones?
no.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna cast
If this one
sleep.
makes any noise, they will. Ooh, sleep. Nice.
I'm
Okay.
gonna cast sleep. I just need to read sleep. I'm sorry because I have it at.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
can do it at second level. An additional 2d8. How many spell slots do I have? I forgot how to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm so used to playing a warlock right now, so I'm just like, Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast. I'm like, no, I have spell slots now. I can do other things. Yeah, so I'm going to cast Sleep at first level, which is 5d8. Roll high, Oh, wait. Let's roll this dice instead, because it's prettier. Thank you, Dakota Irish. Oh, okay. Oh god, oh Jesus. That is 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. I doubt that's enough.
Is
It's
it
a
hit
low
points?
sleep roll. Yes.
Yeah, that saves the hobgoblin's hit points. So
That's over the hobgoblin's hit points. Okay, so
So,
he
yeah.
falls asleep.
So he sees Ospire and he's like, what?
And you just hear
Face
from the
plant-
bush,
yeah.
you hear this terrible lullaby, or it's just like a monologue from the bush to like put this thing to sleep. After he goes to sleep, he just kind of sticks their head out of the bush and is like, so do we want to still try and get the drop on the rest of them? We can leave this guy here. He's just gonna have take a few Z's.
Did
How
he
we
land on me?
He
when
landed
fell
like,
asleep?
if you've slid forwards, I think he's like face to face with you. Like the tip of his ears are like brushing up against your face.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
So how are we feeling? Do we want to get the drop on the rest and leave him here? Kind of,
I think maybe we should drag him into that bush.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. And I'm going to use my if I use my bardic inspiration can give 3 people that aren't me movement speed equal to their current movement speed right now. Can I use that to get people to like carry him away? Or was that like using their action to pick him up and bring?
sorry.
'Cause it lets people
Can you
use
rephrase it? I
movement
don't
speed.
understand.
It's fine. I'm just going to give bardic inspiration to our fallen cleric because he really needs some right now because he's
Cool.
rolling that ones on.
Cool.
Especially if we do any more stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually have an inspiration. I give you like an actual inspiration to use as well as bardic, so that might come in handy at some point if we're doing stealth again.
Yeah.
Which
I also have invisibility, so if we're going full stealth, I can just make you invisible if you
Yeah.
want.
I'll keep the initiative order, but I won't make you kind of stay in it while you're planning this section, but just in case you re-engage with the other group. So you can hear the other group being like, sort of overhear the other hobgoblin be like, He's been gone a bit of a while. Where is he?
Let's just hide him. Let's just hide the body.
Yeah. Oster's is going to go over and like carefully and delicately pick up this hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Not because he wants to be quiet about it, but he doesn't want to hurt this guy. He's asleep, and you're very vulnerable when you're asleep. So he's going to pick him up and like where he was hiding, maybe just like place him down there, and then bend some of the grass over him to give him like genuinely he's going to like just like if there's a little pile of leaves, I think, for a little headrest.
Having hidden successfully as well, I think Deceit is going to kind of like pick. I feel like Deceit and Oster would have been like quite beside each other. I feel like Deceit's going to help Oster, just like put him where we were hiding, because that seems pretty safe.
Well, you find a pretty good hiding place, so you can slowly drag him in and cover him up. It takes a few moments, and you can hear the sound of little goblin footprints pattering around the path to come and investigate. Where did the other one go? Here, I'll go look for him.
I think Deceit's just going to try and hide again.
Okay.
So, can I ask you?
If other people have solutions, go for it. I'm hiding.
You said it's like it's an S trail, right?
Yeah.
So is there a turn they have to come around in order
Yes.
to get to where we are? Is there a little spot that maybe Osfar could stand where they wouldn't see me until it was too late when they came around the corner? Okay. Can I kind of hunker to that point? And I'm just going to hold my mace up, ready for
They're not the most
bonk him on the head.
Let's do... I'm just wondering, I kind of want to do some like opposed, like the goblin's perception versus something, but if you're not really... Are you trying to hide? Because not necessarily stealth.
I'm trying to be quiet, but I'm trying to hide as well. But given my current circumstance, I completely understand if you want me to roll stealth. And if you want me to roll stealth,
and I'll roll this goblin's perception, see how much he's actually bothering to look around.
I'm going to use my inspiration for this, so it'll only be a straight roll.
Okay, let me tell you, you are trying to beat a 7.
Okay.
So,
I've got no modifiers. I do, but I've got no modifiers on this, so I might use, depending on how I roll the d20, I'll see if I use the d6. So here we go. I'm good. I rolled an 18.
Nice. Okay, so this goblin's just whistling away.
Sorry, 13. It's hard to... 13.
Yes.
Still.
Where did he get to? Rounds the corner, totally oblivious.
We're all just like, as soon as he rounds the...
So can I kind of aim to bonk him on the head?
Yeah, you can do this as like a little surprise, and then we'll kind of go back in. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So my mace has a +3 to hit. That is 18.
That hits.
Okay. So I'm just aiming to knock him out. So it's like pop.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So okay, that's 2 of these bladders taken out. So
what was the damage? Sorry.
Damage. Okay, I'll roll damage. 1d6.
Probably.
5.
You don't quite manage to knock him out. So you hear a from this little goblin as you knock him on the head, and he just is like gets a giant welt on his head. He's like, "Oh my god, why would you do that? That really hurt!"
Ouch, Charlie.
Oh wow.
So let's pop back into the order. The goblin. So there's Osfire, and then it's actually the goblin's turn. So he's like, "How dare you!" Takes out a big stick, whacks at your kneecaps. For
Okay.
I kind of love him.
Does a 21 hit?
It does.
Not a very
Love those questions.
Oh dear. 3.
Does that
It's
32?
3 damage.
3 points. Okay. It's like, ah!
And then he opens his mouth and he's like, "What's the hobgoblin's name?" Boris! There's people here! And you can hear the sounds of the others coming. Then it is... Ooh, then it's...
Philip, what's a hobgoblin's name? Boris.
Yeah. So you hear the I can't remember what Glassstaff was wearing. Robes of some sort, probably sandals. So like flap, 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 flap of sandals around. And he
wears
comes around
Crocs. Glassstaff seems
obviously
striking the person
Crocs.
who wears Crocs.
I like to think that he's just in unambiguous robe clothing because Thalia herself is like, what was he wearing? I don't remember.
Yeah,
he had robes
exactly.
or something.
Yeah. You hear the voice kind of like, what is he wearing? Probably robes.
Moist Snail in chat just said Boris Gobson.
Boris Gobson.
Yes, put all of your goblin names in chat. I won't be able to see them because I can't run the stream and do stuff at the same time because of my internet. But I'm sure someone else will tell me about them. Okay, so
is it moist snail or moist snail? So what is that? Is it? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Anyway, sorry,
moist
Philip.
snail,
Sorry.
surely.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no! Sorry, oh no. And he's gonna cast magic missile. What does that do? Hits a creature of your choice. Okay, he fires magic missile at Ozfire. They just hit you. You create 3 going
Magic
down.
missiles
they
are
just
automatic hits.
Great,
Auto
cool.
hits. Yeah.
So a dart hit a creature of your choice. Yeah, okay. So that's 3, 10, 5, 7 force damage.
Okay.
And yeah, he's kind of skidded around to that apex of the turn and is trying to. It's maybe like sort of 10 feet away from you, trying to stay out of like range. Then Oster, you finished hiding the sleeping hobgoblin, but now there's a small goblin yelling at you.
And has he? I know obviously he's seen Osfire, but has he seen Deceit and myself?
I think if you got back into your previous hiding spaces, then he hasn't seen you yet. Let's say.
From where we are, is it possible to like come round? Like if we know, if we can hear if we can hear Boris and Glassstaff kind of coming towards us, is it possible for Oster to kind of like, flank them? Like he might come round at all. Like he's going to use his action basically to move. And
You could sneak through the forest. I'll say it's like difficult terrain, but it's like not very far through. So you can use your movement to kind of get around to the back of them. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's gonna try and get he's gonna give Deceit like kind of a. And he said, "But no, we didn't cover these in the. I don't know." And he's gone. Like he's like. Yeah, he almost breaks the silence and the stealth to be like, I don't know what that means. And he's
Dahi, you're muted. You're muted, Dahi. The whole time.
The whole time. Yeah, the whole time.
You know what? That's hilarious because that's all I needed to say. I conveyed what I needed to say by just like. Deceit has no idea what happened. They just thought you were posing, and they were like, "Oh." They completely forgot the code that we were doing before. They were like, "Oh, I taught it well. He's posing."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Austin's just voguing in the middle of the forest.
Yeah. He's learning all these lessons. Yeah, that's how he's getting through. He's like,
drops a duck walk down any second.
Ow.
I'm gonna death drop on them.
With my leg.
Death drop. Try drop dead.
So that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna come around.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do I still get my actions? Like, can I?
That was your movement through, sneaking through, so you can.
Yeah,
I think there's hobgoblins at the back, and then there's Glassstaff to the side.
Okay. He's we're still trying to be sneaky and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna. Yeah, I think he's gonna do. He's gonna try and grapple glass staff, because that's what we're here for. Like, we're here to get glass staff. We're gonna have to try and get him. So
Okay.
Oster is gonna literally just try and sweep the leg to like knock him down.
Yeah. Okay. Do a little words athletics
Okay.
check. You're trying to beat a 10 because that's how Gastaff did on the strength.
Now, I have not rolled above a 10, but I have a +3 to my athletics. So come on, dice. Okay, that's a 17 +3. That's a dirty 20.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
So you can sneak up,
Could be expensive.
grapple Gastaff.
Okay.
Give me one.
He's doing a full to sweep the leg, and then when Glassstaff is on the ground, he's like, Oster's strength is in his legs, so that's what he's using to grapple him. He's doing a full on Xena from
Leg
Goldeneye.
lock.
Like, he's
Leg lock.
Excellent. Yeah. You hear Gastaff, get off me. And then it is the sleeping hobgoblins. You just hear from the bush. Is there sleep like 1 minute? Is it 10 minutes?
Me. I'm not sure.
Give me 2 minutes.
I was doing a honk shoe me. 1 minute, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I just have to pop for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And then Boris, the other hobgoblin, rounds the corner, sees Oster having a cuddle with Glassstaff and is like, "Oh, get off him!" and charges in towards you. Pages. 4. 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
With his long sword for...
Yeah.
Yes, he is going to use 2 hands. Why not?
Oh, okay.
For 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
Flashes at you. That's
Yep.
Boris. Cool. Deceit. You're in a bush.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
So, when you attack somebody who's unconscious, it's an auto crit, right?
Yes.
I could
But he
kill
will
this
wake
man.
up. He will wake up.
Yeah, but if I can kill him in 1 hit,
That's true.
you know what? I'll deal with him later. Deceit is going to kind of inch their way out of their hiding spot. They're going to try and remain undetected if possible. And is there anybody like close to my hiding spot?
Probably the closest
But I
is the
could maybe
goblin
lunge
whacking
out
Osfire in the knees.
Okay, fair. I am going to... I think I'll lunge out of that, of my hidey hole, and just lunge out with my rapier and give the goblin like a slap on the back of the head and try and knock him unconscious.
Cool. Yep.
Do I get advantage for being hidden?
Do you want to do a little stealth check?
Sure.
See how well you
Just-
surprise this goblin.
It's a 15?
Okay, yep.
Perfect. Let's use
He
these
got a
dice,
9 on
baby.
his perception, so he's busy focusing on
Oh,
those
okay.
guys.
So I'm really glad I got advantage because that was a 1 and a 9 plus. I don't know how to attack with a rapier. I don't know how that
It's
works.
with your
That's
dexterity.
that is. Yeah, I actually had to check. That is going to be +4. That is 13 to hit. Does that hit?
That doesn't hit. Glances off.
Ah!
He ducks just as you go overhead. You hear just the whistling of the sword in the air.
So the rapier just kind of like swings past, and
Yeah.
Deceit just kind of goes like, "Oh, I meant to do that,"
Yeah,
and I'm
all the way
gonna
around.
cast. I'm gonna cast my. I'm gonna use a second bardic inspiration, and I'm going to activate my feature, mantle of inspiration. So Osfire, Oster, and Thalia all get 5 temporary hit points, and you can all move. You can use your reaction to move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks if you wish, just like to get out of the way of enemies and stuff.
Nice.
And I think since you have someone grappled, you can move at half speed with them.
Cool.
Love that. I'm gonna do it on my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grapple doesn't
So I will do
technically mean
that.
prone, so you could be just like lifting up the whiz and be like, yoink.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know
That's your
what?
brain.
You can like use your legs and like be carrying them on top with your legs and like hand walking away. That's why it's half movement speed.
Oh,
Yeah, that
sounds
is going to be the end of
weird.
my turn. I'm gonna
Cool.
like just face the wrath of this tiny goblin with a stick in a moment.
Okay, then it's Thalia. Gosh, this is. I see what you mean now. It's like I've got to think about my own character as well as all of the little goblins.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thalia's
That's
gonna
why I left
run.
Deceit doing impressive stuff in the corner.
Yeah. Thalia's like got lost in the woods or something. No, Thalia's gonna run and attack the hobgoblin who's still standing. Oh dear. 7, so that doesn't hit. Yeah, she's a bit distracted by. There's been a lot of stealthing, which is not great for her. Then it is Ozfire. So you're currently engaged with a goblin. There's also one hobgoblin left, and Glassfire, who is grappled by Oster.
Okay, and that staff did a fair chunk of damage to me as well, didn't he, with his magic missiles, the bollocks.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
You're also not in melee with the goblin if you don't want to be, because on my turn you could have
Yes.
moved with Mantle of Inspiration.
I'm just checking, are we... I don't want to metagame. No, I don't want to do this. Okay. No, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Okay. I am going to cast... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to finish off the gob because he's already taken damage. I'm just going to hit him with my mace again.
Bonk.
Oh, that's definitely going to hit. 22 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 1d6 plus 1. That is 4 points of damage to him.
Okay, that does it. Are you knocking him out, or are you fully taking him down?
I'm just fully killing. He's hurt. I'm like
Yeah.
raging at this point. I'm like angry. I'm like
Yeah.
straight in the face, just like yeah.
Skewer him,
and
the
then
goblin
bon-
goes down.
Bonus
Thalia's just like,
action.
yes, tap into your rage, yes.
Kill him. He's
I'm
just a man.
going
Hit him
to-
with your car.
I'm going to. I'm going to cast healing word
Oh, I
on
just-
myself as a bonus
Nice.
action.
Okay.
So, 1 second now. So,
Goblin is gone.
Remember, you all have 5 extra temporary hit points as well.
yeah.
That is the only way I've taken like healing. Is with these temporary hit points.
Okay, it is Glastaff who is being grappled. So is gonna. Yeah, grappled is just. Okay, cool. It's just like a little hug. It's not. Yeah, it's not fully restrained. So Glastaff is going to reach back to Oster and place a hand on your face and cast Shocking Grasp. You have advantage on the attack roll. The target's wearing armor made of metal. Are you wearing armor made of metal? No, you're a monk, so probably
No,
not.
I am not.
Okay. Am I rolling? Can you tell me? Sorry, I'm trying to look it up on the. I don't know what it is. Here we go. Plus 5. 21. You
Yep,
know
that'll
that
hit.
does hit. On a hit, D8 lightning damage. Do lightning damage.
Okay.
You get a little electric shock on your cheek as he slaps you in the face.
Okay. Yeah. No, he's been hit by deceit, and that hurt more. Yeah, there was more. There was more shock in that slap. They were practicing. Deceit was practicing her hand slaps.
Yeah.
And then it's your go.
I was like trying to get you ready for the real world.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like trying to. It was supposed to be fake slaps, and you're supposed to like pretend to get hit and fall over, but you just stood there and got a full slap.
And he assumes that's how fake slaps go from now on.
That did happen to me once, actually. Someone hit me in the nose when we were doing a fake slap.
Oh.
It was very exciting. Turned out all right at the end, so no. Looking back on it, it's a funny story, but at the time, great. Anyway, yeah, Oster, it's your go.
Oster is just like again still holding on to Glassstaff. I think what he's going to do is he's kind of like he's gangly. Like he's not like where Thalia is like muscle, and quite broad and quite strong. Oster is this sinewy little lanky fella, and he is kind of going to like just kind of coil around Glassstaff, and he's I think he's going to bring he's going to hit him, like he's going to try, and if Glassstaff is and he's like, stop resisting, this is a citizen heroes, and he's going to look at Osfire, arrest. And you are in violation of what?
Get her off! Get off me! He shouts.
Section 4B of the People's Code of Disruption of the Peace, paragraph 2.
Yes, and wearing a really ugly
outfit.
And Oster's going to be like, well, and again, trying to avoid getting slapped. He's just going to bring like an elbow down onto his side, and then kind of knee him in the back for his attacks.
Cool.
That is that is a 19 to hit on the first one.
That hits.
Okay, and I'll and it's a 16 on the second one.
That also hits.
Okay, and I'm just gonna be that awkward monk, and I am gonna do flurry of blows as well.
Of course, go for it.
Hell yeah!
And
got my calculator
18.
ready.
Okay.
That also hits.
Okay, so I do quite a bit of damage. Now, I am not looking to kill him. I am literally looking to like just disable him.
Okay.
So on the first one, that's 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then 11 bludgeoning damage with the knee to the back.
Okay.
And then 8 bludgeoning damage. Just as it's that thing of like he's kneed him in the back.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like he's just gonna squeeze him. Like he's just gonna squeeze like his thighs around Glassstaff, just like to hurt him.
Yeah, that does it. So yeah, I think the last worked beautifully there. You got him down to 2, and then the final one was like, so it's like he's like, oh, well, you can't stop me, and then the final little whoopah, and he's like, falls down on the ground unconscious. Okay, is that your?
Yes, yeah, that's all his action and bonus action.
Okay, sleepy hobgoblin. And then the other hobgoblin, who is still no. Has anyone been attacking the hobgoblin yet? I can't remember. No, I don't think so. Everyone was focused on the goblin.
No, I don't think so.
So
Thalia
Thalia's trying to. Hobgoblin is gonna, attack Thalia. Why not? Why not be mean to myself? 15. My AC is 14, so hits. For use the D10. Oh no, his attacking was far before. Oh no, I'll stick with it. 5, 6 damage on Thalia, so there goes the temporary hit points. Whoops.
They sponged it at least.
There we go. Okay. And one more. Okay. Oh no, she took 1 point of damage. Hobgoblin back up to deceit. So the goblin is down.
So it's
you took him out.
Goblin's down. There's the other hobgoblin is still up, and then the unconscious
sleeping
one is
one,
still there.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Deceit's just gonna turn around and just like look down to the one on the floor and just like, I guess we should probably just end this now. And I'm just gonna take my rapier and I'm gonna try and slap him on the temple with it just to try and knock him out.
Okay.
I think
he's already unconscious though. He's only
asleep for like a minute.
Oh, okay.
I just want to knock him unconscious. Like I want to knock him out. Like so he's out like for some time. Or maybe I'll just kill him. I'm just gonna stab him. Fuck him.
Also crit
hell.
sleep.
Jeez.
That's just that escalated
You're
quickly.
saying this
and
out
it's
loud, and we're like, huh?
He's prone, so it's advantage, but he's asleep, so it's an auto crit. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I think that's right.
So it's what, 8
Don't
plus a
correct me,
d8 and then my modifier or something like that. Oh, for God's sake, I rolled a fucking 1. So he takes 11 points of damage.
Oh, that's exactly his HP.
Oh!
So he takes exactly death.
Yeah.
So Deceit is just gonna be like, Deceit is like kind of agonizing and like kind of looking at Oster a little bit, and it's like, oh, I should probably spare this man, and then so it's like trying to finagle a way to like slap him enough to knock him out, and then just kind of just before
He does a
like, kind of
gigantic
instinctually just goes,
snort, like, and then you go.
He's like, ew, and then just stabs him.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh well.
You
He
see
would
a
have tried
little.
to kill us anyway.
You see a little crumpled piece of parchment sticking out of the Hobgoblin's pocket.
I will take that.
Yoink. Cool. You've got that. Do you want to do anything else for your bonus action?
No, I'm gonna hold on to some Bardics for a bit. I'll probably just like make sure I'm not in range of the other Hobgoblin, maybe hiding behind like Thalia or something, or Osfire.
Absolutely. Well, good.
Somebody's got armor.
Yes. Or muscles. Or both.
True.
Well, it's Thalia's turn, so yeah, she's gonna have another go with the great axe. Oh my gosh, not rolling very well. 11 is not going to do it. Thalia's having a bad day. Ducking and weaving. Osfire. So we've got the whole goblin left.
So
everyone else is knocked out or dead.
So because I'm still greased up, what I'm going to do is take a run at the back of the Hobgoblin. I'm going to Gimli this one. I'm going to take a run at the back of the Hobgoblin and then jump and land on my back and slide in between his legs and just come up and hit him in the nuts with the mace. Okay? So we just like poke out from between his legs and go, we're like, ah!
Not
just hit him in the balls. So this is... Do my maths. 17 to hit.
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid. You slide too far.
Ah!
17?
Balls! What's this guy wearing?
And it clangs on his codpiece. Clang.
Wait.
That's a phrase I'm literally gonna have like as a tattoo. It clanged on my codpiece.
Okay. Anything else on your go?
Okay. I am going to. So I want to end this guy. So I'm going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon right above him. So I'm clanging his nuts, and the spiritual weapon appears above his head, and it's a giant codpiece.
Yeah. So what saved him will kill him. Codpiece. So I'm going to clang him with the codpiece with the spiritual weapon.
A spiritual codpiece.
Spiritual codpiece. He's going to see.
My codpiece is bigger than your codpiece.
He's going to see.
That's what they called me in college.
I was going to say that. I was like, no, that's my college name.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's
spiritual codpiece.
So I rolled the same on the dice, but this has actually got one extra muscle. It's plus 4 to hit. Does that hit 18? Is 18 hit?
Yep, that does it.
Okay. Okay. This is 1d8 plus 2. Where's d8? I forgot. I rolled on D&D.
So, yeah, it's like clang on the codpiece. He looks down, distracted. Boom!
That's 8 points of damage into his head.
Nice. He's looking very dazed. He's not quite down, but he's like, whoa, there was a real good whack there. He's very discombobulated, and he's like, oh, ouch. Oh, I think I have concussion. Cool. That's your... So then... Oster!
Oster is going to tie up Glassstaff. Like cool. he's full on like making his arrest. He's completed it through. He's gonna bind his hands.
His rights.
Yeah.
And I think he's like that's that's what Osfire told him to do. Like when you're tying somebody up, you have to full on hog tie them. It's secure.
He was also trying to teach you some tied methods, but they were completely different.
But Oster also has not picked up on that, so he does think that those are knots and
legitimate.
Ties.
He's like teaching you shibari.
Yes, yeah, and he's like, okay, yeah. And Oster is trying to figure out how that would work in a combat/arrest situation, because he did not pick up on obviously the nuance at all. But he also thinks it's a handy way to store rope now as well. So obviously you keep some on you at all times.
Yeah.
Yep. He's if tying up Glassclef isn't going to take if that's like a bonus action.
I mean,
action?
yeah, let's say it's a bonus because he's unconscious.
I just have this. I've this
Depends
image
how
now of Glassstaff with his boobs tied.
Yeah, depends how intricate you want to make it.
Yes, you know what? He kind of has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like, he kind of got confused, and it's part
Sleight of hand for
hogtie,
your
part
beautiful
shibari.
shibari.
Yes. Yeah. It's gorgeous. Like, it's gorgeous, if not confusing.
Deceit has just finished skewering that and killing that man, and it kind of turns over and it's like, lovely rope work. My goodness.
Yeah, and he's going to give you kind of a thumbs up.
This whole scene looks like an S&M situation. You got shibari going over here. You got floating cod pieces in the air.
Yeah.
It's
well,
full on Euros.
You literally have CBT going on there with you trying to smack your man in the balls.
Yeah.
And I was strangling a guy with my thighs. Here we are.
We zoom out back to the present, and Thalia's like, well, what can I say? It's been a long time.
Deceit was just like, this is a whole different kind of performance.
Yeah, I think if that other hobgoblin is still standing, I think Oster is going to spring forward on his hands, into kind of a somersault and bring the back of his heel down on top of the goblin's head. Yeah. And that's a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And then
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. And that is 6.
What's wrong with us today?
I told you had a weird energy today. Anyway.
Philippa did say there was a weird energy today, so that's six bludgeoning damage.
That does it.
I'm crying laughing. I actually had to mute myself when I did the clang, clang, clang with the cod piece bit because I actually made myself laugh. I was like, I had to mute it and just be like...
So are you trying to kick him to death or just kick him to unconsciousness?
Yeah, no, he's very much about kicking people into unconsciousness.
Kick him to climax, really.
Yeah, bring the whole thing together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kick him in the same spot. He just been cod piece.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and face down in the dirt. Unconscious.
Cod kinky warfare.
We've got 2 dead, 2 unconscious.
Nice.
And everyone's happy.
Well,
Everyone's had a good time.
this has been lovely. So where are we taking this?
I think we were charged. We were charged by the town to work with. I'm a bit fuzzy on this. It's since the whole thing, and I got hit a bit, and I'm trying to remember.
I think we were told that maybe he was their leader, so maybe we need to figure out if he answers to someone. Maybe we should interrogate him. Ooh, I like it.
And then I think that people at the orchard wanted to investigate certain situations as well, if I'm not mistaken. It's all a bit fuzzy.
Yes.
Yeah, you also remember Sildar, what's his name?
Hallwinter.
Had kind of wanted you to find Gustav.
Yes.
Answer for the crimes.
Yes.
And also in case he knew where this castle, Cragmore Castle, might be, because he thinks that's maybe he'd heard some rumblings from those hobgoblins back in the manor, that maybe there was some stuff going on there as well. That might maybe be where Gundren is.
Okay, I have a really good idea. So let's find a little clearing or a little cave or a little somewhere to maybe wake him up. And then I'm going to transform myself into a sexy hobgoblin, and I'm going to get all of the answers out of him. He clearly likes them.
I don't know if he likes them in that way. I mean, I'm not one to kink shame in any shape or form. I mean, each to their own. But what does a sexy hobgoblin look like?
I can show you if you'd like to see. I think they could be sexy.
Now, here's the thing. This will be your interpretation of what a sexy hobgoblin would be.
That's true. Can I roll? This is going to be the longest shot I think I've ever rolled for in D&D. But can I roll to see if insight to see if I thought that he looked like he might have been attracted to any of these hobgoblins? The way his demeanor was he like oh stop, and the guy was like touching his shoulder. Was he like oh please? Like was he like?
Was he intimidated but kind of into it? Yeah, go on.
The stupidest insight check I think I've ever rolled in my life. That's a 15.
Okay.
That's king. That's king side.
It's king.
King size.
Okay. He's kind of into it.
I think he might be kind of into them. Maybe. I'll just get a good study of. What was his name? Bryson,
like
Byron, Bernard,
Boris.
There we go. I'm just getting a good little study of what Boris looks like, and I'm kind of like mentally altering them, so like the bit of a titty window, like in whatever he was wearing, I'm mentally altering the outfit to be sexier. Okay, I've got it. This is going to be the performance of a lifetime. We should wake him up though, but we do need to question him regardless.
Do you want to stay where you are, or did you want to try and find a small clearing / cave / something?
I feel like the mise-en-scene of these dead bodies is
Yeah.
probably not a great idea to interrogate someone over. Or maybe it is. Maybe we want to go for the "you will be like them" kind of approach. You know what I mean?
In a sexy way.
That's if we're not going sexy. If we're going sexy, we can get a cave. We can get some candles. I have some candles. We can make it.
Do we have a cave?
But I don't know. I don't know if there's any around. I'm not from here.
So let me do.
You could do either investigation or survival to like find a suitable, somewhere with suitable ambience that's not full of like deer poo and
Oster is
lingering bears
like,
and goblins and things.
terribly embarrassed by the whole thing. Like he's beetroot red.
Yeah, Thalia's just like.
So
seems a bad
I, let me just get this straight, just for a second. To see.
Yeah,
So
what is
just
the
get all my ducks in a row here. Your plan is to disguise yourself as a sexy hobgoblin to appeal to this individual's kink. Then we're going to take him to a representation of a sexy cave in order to entice him into giving us some information.
See, you understand. You get it. That's it.
Right.
That's the entire plan.
So simple.
Sometimes the simplest plans are the best.
I mean, my definition is simple and your definition is simple. are vastly different. But
Deceit gives you like an up and down look and just says, "I can tell." Vicious mockery. No, I'm kidding.
That is a 16 for the hunt for a suitable sexy location for deceit.
I got a 15 for sexy location hunting.
You find
I
a
just
little.
get confused.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was just standing to the side, like, with Ozfire, just like, I mean, we could just, I don't know, shout at him, whatever, okay. But yeah, in the meantime, Oster and Deceit, you're off, you've found, you kind of go through the wilderness for a bit. It's like, oh, a little lean-to, no, that'll collapse, that's not sexy. Okay, oh, a little riverside, no, someone might be there. Okay, and you find, like, a little hillock with some, like, a little cave area with some big boulders around that you can kind of move around for the perfect sunlight picnic area.
I think, and you know what, like golden hour is really coming upon us, so we could really get some. Oh, we could spruce this place up. You have to see like putting flowers like in like little like a place, like setting up the scene. Like, ooh, this is perfect. My directorial eye is upon us.
Has Deceit transformed into the sexy goblin? Like, has she?
Not yet.
Okay, then that's fine. So Oster's able to still keep an eye on them. He's still able to like make eye contact. But the second Deceit transforms, he's not going to be able to. He does not know where to look.
But you do notice the Deceit is like they're kind of like running through the script in their mind, and they're like unbuttoning a button and kind of like.
Yeah, like, no, Oster can't handle it. Oster is...
And like, just every now and then, it'll be like, flower, vine, ooh, flower, Fine. Ooh, like shimmy. Like just try to feel the energy, you know.
To see, as you were putting up the flowers, you feel a crinkle in your pocket, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that map, that piece of paper I
That can
found."
wait.
And you're like, "Oh, this would make great bunting."
Yes.
Like,
Plot point right there.
To see absolutely takes out the map and it's just like, I mean, this isn't really like the vibe I'm going for. Maybe I'll put that away for later.
on your brief look,
hang
you
on.
see there's a sort of scrolled map, and there's like a little stamp of a spider in the corner. But yeah, you pop it away for later.
Do you have any notes about my setup? Is it okay? Does it look fun?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, when I was on the local task force, I've seen many interrogation situations, and I don't think any of them involved anything like. Well, you were doing this thing. Was that some kind of a move thing?
Oh, like this? Oh, like
Yeah,
this? Was it like this?
It's a variation.
Which one?
That's the thing.
They're all very different.
They are, but my
That
point
would
is,
see, I could do this
Cop,
one.
sexy cop, says Thalia.
And I could do this one.
Confused, innocent
I mean,
cop.
yeah. Do you need all of us to be here to take part in this situation, or
I mean,
could we
look,
be like off somewhere else?
it could work alone. It probably should work. It probably should just. I mean, I don't think. And then Deceit just kind of turns to Oster and it's like, I don't think Oster wants to be present. So
No, please, thank you.
I mean, I think there's two ways of going about this. There's alone and sexy, and then there's group sexy. And I don't think we're ready for the group sexy.
I think the ambience that I've set up is more alone and sexy.
Right.
I don't mean to harsh your vibe, or I don't mean to like come for you, or like I'm not trying to say anything like mean, but it's more alone and sexy.
I can guarantee you nobody's coming or hoshed or vibe or nothing, and I'm just starting to inch away from the whole situation.
Okay, well, I feel like you like old things. So I'm going to give you this little piece of paper that I found. That can keep you busy, and I'll do the sexy interrogation. Excellent. And as you're leaving, Deceit does transform themselves, and it's kind of like that. I don't know if anybody's ever played Bayonetta 1, where she's in the nun outfit, and it's like the slit across all the clothes, and it's all happening, and there's like the spotlights, and then poof, and suddenly Deceit is. You've seen Hobgoblins, but they're a scrumptious Hobgoblin. Like they're like it's a piece of Hobgoblin, and they look just like that Boris fella, but like if Boris was like yassified, you know.
Amazing.
So Deceit is just gonna start slapping your man in the face, just be like, "Darling, wake up, wake up."
Oh, Boris, did we win? You look different.
We did. We did, darling.
You didn't do something different with your hair?
Oh, I'm really glad you noticed. I've been trying really hard for you to look at me like that.
Bloodlust really suits you. Could you please?
Thank you.
It was this. I mean, is this performance? Is this deception? Like, I know.
I'm good with it being deception because I'm good at it. I also get advantage on deception checks when I'm pretending to be someone else.
Yes. Oh, let's see.
Ooh, that is going to be a 24.
Ooh, well, he only got a 12 on the site, so...
Wait, what is my deception? Yeah, my deception is +7.
Okay, so he's like, the bloodlust of battle looks so good on you, my darling Boris. Are you ready to run away with me?
Oh, you're...
Now those arrows have gone.
Such a way with words. Where would we run away to, maybe? I heard there's a... Were we at the castle? Oh, the bloodlust of battle has addled my mind, darling.
Oh, don't worry, my darling Boris. I can think enough for both of us. Is that we were going to our private chambers at Cragmore Castle. King Groll set aside a room for us.
Oh, that sounds positively titillating. Now, what direction might that be? Say in terms of direction from Phandelver, maybe? Landmarks, maybe. Maybe
I can
details.
take you there,
maybe
Boris.
Walk it out. Would you mind if I kept you like this? And I point to all the tied up.
Oh, I didn't know you were into that. We never talked about this.
You don't know what... There's a lot you don't know about me. glass staff, and maybe we will get to see that staff tonight.
Please, call me
Who
Iano.
knows? Oh, Yarno. Well, let's get you into something more comfortable. Or less, depending on what you're into. Oh.
Boris, you naughty boy.
Just give me a moment. I must go outside and powder my nose. And Deceit
Okay.
is just gonna like flounce outside.
Don't take long,
Okay.
darling.
Okay.
Outside.
Deceit is just gonna like peek outside and just be like, I think I can get him to take us there. Does that work?
Oster can't make eye contact with Deceit. Like he cannot. He's
Deceit just
purple,
like
he's looking
goes
down.
like this.
How long does the disguise self work for as well?
An hour.
An hour. Interesting. Okay.
Yes. I have it as part of my tiefling heritage.
Yes.
Don't be doing that. What's that?
This is if I was pretending to be like, so I was doing the sexy right. If I was going for the cute, like, I'm a helpless goblin friend, please help me, I would have done that. I would have been like,
Okay.
Iano, can you please help me get back to Bagmore Castle? Sorry. So I think I can get him to take us there.
You sound
Should
different, Boris. Are you okay?
Yes, darling. And like I'm trying to like go between like sultry voice and what he might have sounded like, so it's a bit awkward. What is the hobgoblin wearing? Not much. That was from a comment. If you're thinking like tiny like t-shirt, think smaller.
It's this, but there's a boob window, obviously.
Yeah, and like it's way sluttier. Like it's you know that armor that you get at like level 90 as a woman in a game that's got really bad like design teams, and it's literally just like a metal bra panties.
I just figured it was like, since we're just come from battle, it's like a torn shirt and it's like very romance novel.
Yeah.
So you're
I like that
staff
more.
with the torn shirt and all that type of thing.
Yes.
What would a romance novel be called in Faerun? Who's Mills and Boone in Faerun?
No. I mean, this one would probably be called Hobgoblin Love or something. I don't know. Or
Anyway,
since it's glass staff, probably glass blowing by the end of it. So
I could say something very rude from my time watching that glass blowing show, but I won't. Some very rude words used for glass blowing.
So
Anyway.
I guess Deceit has now convinced Glassstaff to bring us there, hoping it won't take an hour to get there.
Yeah.
And if it does, I will probably just burn another disguise. I'll burn like an actual spell slot for disguise self. So
I think we're gonna have to follow behind somewhere, are we?
Yeah, Deceit is going to say that. It's like, you guys just watch me carefully from a while. I'll keep him distracted with my assets. And we'll scooch ahead, and Deceit is going to like help him up and kind of basically untie his legs to a way that he can kind of move them, but not enough that he can like, get away. And I'm going to be holding on to a little bit of his like back thing, and I'm going to be like, just show me the way, my love. I'm so addled, blah 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 blah, keeping him on the,
Oh, okay. Could you untie my arms as well, darling? I'm losing circulation here.
Oh, not until we get there, my dear. I have plenty of plans. Do you want me to like keep up like a deception roll to keep this going?
I think here's the option. If you want to keep him tied up, I'd like you to do another deception roll. But if you let him
I
out,
do.
you wouldn't have to.
Yeah, I do.
He's
Okay, that's going to be a 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, well, he got
30, all right.
so he's like, oh, okay, starting early, okay. And then, he starts taking you along that path that you were following him on.
Perfect.
And he starts talking like, aren't you so excited, darling, for our holiday coming up? Gonna be so fun.
Please tell me all about it. It sounds riveting. And Deceit is at this stage kind of mentally checked out of the conversation and the interaction.
Yeah.
It's just like, this performance has become not like, I've done the good bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the filler. Let's move it.
Yeah. He starts like talking about like how great it's going to be when you go down to, oh gosh, you're visiting, I don't know Faerun very well. The jungle-y bit. Chult, that's it. The jungles of Chult for a little romantic getaway. And he's like, I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. Once we get that money in from the Black Spider, it's going to be so good.
Oh,
And
tell me
yeah.
about our wonderful benefactor again in gross detail, perhaps. I love hearing this kind of business talk. It really gets me going. Ooh.
I'm sorry, can I just
I'm
interject
so
here?
sorry I did this.
I GM a romance podcast, and I've never, in all my time, subjected. This is brilliant. Keep going.
Hang on, let me just.
Sorry. I was just like, why did I suggest this?
Look, if you suggest it, I'll go with it.
I know. That's the problem.
I don't know.
Not tell me about our
Like
benefactor
spider,
in
actually. I don't know
gross
why
detail.
I suggested it. Because I haven't read that far in the module. So yeah, he's like, oh yes, villainous things that will be useful for you later. Whoever happens to be gemming that will definitely catch you up on it at an appropriate time.
Oh, that sounds
Really
positively
evil.
riveting at a future moment. Definitely.
Back on that. Yeah, but I think what I do remember is that Buck Spider is interested in a location called Wave Echo Cave, and so Iano mentions like maybe doing some scouting, but the Red Brand's been mostly fixed on the town of Phandelver. So that's been his job, is sort of focusing on that.
And so these our cohort of friends now. Oh, do you think we'll ever move on from this town and not be branding this town red? Are there other towns to paint red, perhaps? Maybe.
He's like, I mean, once my part's done, once we get those horrible adventurers out of town, and we get King Groll can help us. That'll be great. Get all the lads at the castle in, then we don't have to worry about any of that anymore, and we can take a nice break.
And yes, I think taking a break sounds like a good idea, especially a break down in those jungles. Sounds wonderful, darling.
Yes.
But these at the castle again, I'm so addled. It's just all of us.
You got a hit on your head, darling. Are you all right?
Yes, and like
you've got a big lump.
You
there.
just see like the seat is just gonna like really like subtly cast like thaumaturgy and make make it look like sore.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yes, they must have hit me really, really hard, my darling. This is why I need to go lie down, maybe with you.
So while this is happening, Oster and Osvat and Thalia are kind of bringing up the rear a little bit. I would quite like a little group stealth check for sort of going along behind. Now this is going to be group, so it's all three of us. So hopefully we can help Osfire out.
11.
Hopefully Oster carries.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Very well.
Oh, you still have Bardic as well, Osfire, if you want to use it.
Oh, no, sorry. That's 15.
Cool.
Sorry. 10 plus 5 is 15.
So I got excited for a second there, and then I realized it was disadvantage. I rolled a natural 20, plus that was the first one, right? But it was disadvantage, so then I rolled a 13, and then I rolled the d6, so and I got 5, so it's 18 altogether.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, that overrides Thalia's terrible roll. And she's got like 5 total.
This poor girl, she just can't roll when you're DMing.
No, exactly.
Her tummy hurts too much.
Yeah. Well, it's good for you because all my rolls are low, so it means I'm less likely to hit you with the NPCs, so that's good. Yeah, you managed to sort of point out some routes to Thalia so she doesn't trip over them, and you're able to sneak behind, hearing snatches of this conversation about planning an Airbnb getaway in the Schultz jungle. And
as we're walking, I'm going to be looking at the map thing that I was given, or the piece of paper I was given, just to kind of investigate it.
Watch it literally just be a map to the castle.
Yeah, and there's also a little bit inside of the castle as well. It shows like someone's like scribbled in like, don't go in this tower, there's an owl bear in it.
Oh.
And then another
person like, saw the map,
King,
it was like
King Groll is a butthead.
Deceit like saw the map and was like, I'm so sorry that happened, or I'm happy for you. I ain't reading all that. It was like really
Yeah.
bad. It was like, it's too much. Somebody else can do that. So
Yeah.
do we edge closer to our
so
destination?
I think we'll have our little break in a moment, but yeah, so we'll finish with just you start coming into view on the edge of view is, let me find the little description. Crackmore Castle. Where is it? Here we go. The castle consists of 7 crumbling towers of different sizes and heights, but the upper stories are all in varying states of collapse. A short flight of stairs leads up to a terrace in front of the main entryway. Past the wreckage of a pair of cindered doors lies a shadowed hall. Round towers loom over the entranceway with dark arrow slits looking down on the terrace. And you're sort of all, still hiding in the trees. But obviously, the seat going with Glassstaff. Glassstaff's like, oh, I'll just wave at the goblins. They'll let us in.
I'm tempted because like he's probably still pretty much kind of hurt. Like it probably wouldn't take too much to like knock him back out again.
Yeah, for sure. He's on like 1 HP from you waking him up.
Yeah, I think as I see the castle, I'll just kind of be like, oh my love, I'm just so tired, and just punch him and try and knock him out.
Okay. Do you want to do a little attack? You can have advantage because
Yeah.
I think he's not going to see that coming. And then we'll take a little break after we find out.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because it's going to double, so he only has 1 HP.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I just kind of and knock him out, and I will kind of like let the rest catch up to us, and then we'll decide our plan of attack.
Are you staying as a sexy hobgoblin? Flash in disguise. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. For as long as it lasts.
You've probably been traveling for like
Fun.
20 minutes or so you've got a little bit of time left in it.
Cool.
Yeah, I think.
I'd say I've got like 30 minutes left because I was probably coaxing him for 10.
So we'll say we've got 30 minutes left in it. Okay, I think we'll have a little break now, and then we'll be back and we'll find out how it goes in the castle.
Bye. See you in a few.
See you in a bit. Hello, we're back. Hello.
Hi.
I'm back playing some more. I don't think I actually said we're playing the Lost Mines of Phandelver map on. We're doing random DMs. Probably most of you know that already. But yes, we're back. We're now at Cragnell Castle. Glassstuff has been knocked out again, although Deceit is still disguised as a sexy hobgoblin. But yes, you're all in the trees, and yeah, you can see the sort of front of this castle. Although you can see that there are little paths kind of running around the sides as well. But yeah, there's an area of clearing around all the sides, and you can actually see a few arrow shafts like poking out of the ground as well. They seem a bit old, a few days old at least.
Okay. Does that little piece of paper you have maybe have any inkling of like a secret entrance or a way in, or
I was trying to reconnoiter via the map to see if that was the situation, and I'm kind of trying to figure out if the map shows any secret entrances or
Yeah, let's have a look.
quiet passageways or something like so.
Let's see. Let me see your version. Yeah, I think there's like a little marking on the north side. So you're currently on the west side where those like set of steps are. But on the north side, you can see there's like that gap that leads into a tower. That's kind of marked with a note someone scribbled saying, "Remember to put back the canvas." Yeah.
So I'm guessing we might go north to this area here. It looks like somebody might have a covering. We could maybe push to one side and
sounds good.
quietly. And I know this sounds strange coming from me, but quietly.
Fair. I think Deceit's actually going to drop disguise self just in case they need to cast invisibility on anyone.
Sure.
Because I think they're both concentration. They might not be, but if they are, I'm not taking any chances.
So yeah, still staying in the trees, presumably. You can kind of like come round to the north, and yeah, you can see that one of the towers has like almost completely collapsed. And there is there's like some rocks and some like stacked barrels and things, but there's also this large sort of canvas draped over the part of the wall, which now you've sort of seen on the map. You can see it sort of fluttering a little in the breeze, and there's a little bit of yeah, it looks like there's a bit of tumbled down rock behind it.
I assume this is what they meant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying all that right there. We try and maybe move it quietly.
Does it look like you can just pull the canvas up and like get in under, or is it like weighted down or anything?
Looks like it's got some like little sort of like I think you can kind of see it's like tucked. It's got some rocks like holding it down, but
cool.
You could probably pull that quite quick to get in.
Deceit's gonna like just try and like stealthily like just like I guess first I'm gonna look around and see if anyone's around. Actually,
sure.
I feel like that somebody should do that.
Yeah. Do you want to do a little investigation check? Sort of scan the walls, see if you can see anything.
Oh, that's a 15. Damn.
A 15. You can see that there is a small glow of a fire coming through the arrow slits in the north tower to the west of the entrance, so like to the left. But no figures in the windows or anything. And you can see that actually there's some like it's almost like a coloured flame because there's some sort of fabric over the windows.
Okay.
And there are no arrow slits facing the canvas to the east.
Okay. So that seems like a little bit of a way to kind of sneak in without being seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like anyone's watching it currently.
So this way.
Yeah, I mean, we want to start clearing some of this way so we could just lift that up and make our way in.
Yeah.
And somebody keep an eye out as we do it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not taut or anything. Yeah, you could like carefully get around it. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, that's quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Oh.
Declan, apparently your mic is Ben is saying that your mic is on or somebody homebrew show. Which I'm guessing is Ben. Is just the mic isn't working.
Uh-oh.
All my trauma again. Sorry. No,
It's on point. That's on point.
Yeah. Apologies. It's the thing of my mic because I'm producing as well. I have to kind of keep turning it on and off and down. So it's just sorry. Apologies.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up, Homebrew. That helps. I was saying that Oster is going to cast Levitate on the canvas, purely because he remembers a game he played as a child where he would keep a piece of tissue afloat just using his breath. He's going to try the same thing, but as he lets out a breath under the canvas, he is going to levitate the thing up in quite a quiet, but because it is a quiet game, all his games had to be quiet in the tavern. He couldn't get under anyone's feet.
Don't disturb anyone. Okay. Yeah, so you levitate it up, and you can see behind this sort of canvas curtain is an empty tower filled with rotting crates and ancient barrels. Stuff used to be stored here, but looks like it hasn't been in a long time. And you can see a wooden door leading to the east. And to the north? Nope, that's... Yeah, cool. There's a door to the east.
I think Deceit is just gonna saunter through and just see if they can hear anything beyond the door. There's a door to the east, you said? Inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to creep up to the door and listen in.
Listen, yeah. Do you want to do a little perception check for me?
Little perception. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is wrong with my dice today? My goodness. That's going to be a 21.
Oof,
Holy
nice.
hell.
Yeah. You put an ear and you can hear two voices. Gruff, similar to Boris's. Talking about, I wish we didn't have to be on guard duty. I wanted to go to the birthday party. And hear the other one being like, oh no, it's fine, they're gonna save us some cake afterwards.
So Deceit looks at the rest of the group and is like,
And Oster's just going to give a...
Thalia's like, what?
Deceit's just gonna creep back seeing the confused faces, and it's just like, there's two guards in there. They want to go to a birthday party, but they can't go to the birthday party. And they're gonna get cake later. Is this the only door? Is there any other doors?
I see.
Other,
I see the wiggly line. Sorry, I was confused what the wiggly line was. The wiggly line facing south is a little curtain, which, if you kind of draw aside a little, you can see leads into more sort of collapsed areas of the tower, and then a space with. If you kind of put your head in there, there doesn't seem to be anything in there, and you can see there's a door both to the west and then another one to the east as well.
Okay, cool. So does he say
that little middle area?
If we do go through here, we might have to take out some guards, but there's this little kind of curtain beyond. We could maybe have a little looky.
Did we bring anything for the birthday party?
I wasn't told to bring anything. I wasn't made aware that we had to. I didn't think it was one of those visits where we had to bring something.
I mean, we did bring a party. I meant like the group of us as like, so perhaps our present could be beating up all of these bad guys and making the town a good place and doing our job.
Okay. So should we go and he points at the door?
Let's see what's beyond this curtain. There's 2 other doors that I saw kind of beyond that curtain. Let's kind of just have a little bit of a investigation.
Yeah. Have a little go through this area. Do a little bit of investigating. Peek through some keyholes. There's another little, as you go into that sort of central area, there's another little curtain again at the far end of the room as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little darker in this area as well.
Yeah, I got a 9. Very good.
Okay.
I got a 13 investigation.
Okay.
12. But Oster is mostly looking to see if he can fashion something out of his rations that would resemble a cake.
Yeah. You have some quite soft bread rolls that you could maybe sort of mold into something suitable.
As he's looking, he's going to be kind of doing that.
Yeah, and you have a fire starter that could kind of be a candle. Anyway, deceit. Yeah, you're kind of still thinking about slaughter. So you just noticed the general layout of the room, which leads on from that top tower that you came in from. You can see there's another little curtain that if you sort of peek through, you can see it kind of leads down towards that southern entrance. So you can see there's 2 doors in that area as well. But Ozfire, you're kind of trying to listen out, and you can still hear those voices that Deceit pointed out from the directions eastern room. Those 2 hobgoblin voices. If you listen to this another door, but then on the western side, that door, it seems completely silent, and trying to look through the keyholes of room seems really dark.
Where did they say that owl bear was again?
I kind of take out the map to see where the owlbear was on the map. And kind of try.
You can see that they have put a big cross and an angry owlbear cartoon on the southern tower, on the southeastern tower.
Okay, cool.
So you're not far away from it, actually.
It's down in this direction. I don't know. In here, there doesn't seem to be anything. It is quite dark as far as I can see. I don't have the vision to be able to see past a certain distance in the dark. So,
I think... Do I have dark vision? I don't know. Let me see.
You half elf?
I do!
Yeah.
I would like to just, maybe open the door to that room and just have a little look in. See if it's open first. Could be locked.
Yeah. It's open. Creep through, and with your dark vision, even though it's day, this room doesn't have any windows. It's like an interior room, so it's really dark. And I read the book's text. This high, narrow hall looks as if it might have been part of a chapel or shrine at one time. Angelic figures are sculpted along the room's upper reaches, looking down onto the floor below. To the north, heavy curtains block a matching pair of archways. Between the archways is a cracked but ornately carved stone brazier.
Sorry, I don't know why I gasped. I just had. I think I had an Oster No.
Steve's going to head into the room and just have a look around. What is this brazier?
Do you want to do a little perception check for me?
Sure. I'm better at this than... Oh my god. Well, that's a 10. My luck has run out, it seems.
Just... No reason, just looking something up.
Oh yeah, no reason.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
In the dark room.
Oh, you see nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's great. I love seeing nothing. Deceit's gonna toddle up to that brazier and just have a look at it.
Yeah, having a sort of look at it, it seems like it's like got some carvings to some sort of god on it. You could do a religion check if you wanted to work out what they were, but you don't have to.
I don't
And you
want
can
to.
see there's also like, can you see there's like that little like arched bit of stone?
Yeah.
On either side are curtains. You can see that a little bit of that fire is coming from behind the curtains. But as you're kind of looking, what are the Oster and Ozfire doing as the Deceit's gone in?
I'm kind of tentatively standing just inside the door to the new room, but also looking back.
Yeah.
See who's fought. If there's, just checking, keeping
watch.
an eye on both sides.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like Oster doesn't fancy Deceit kind of going in there alone, and if Osfire is gonna kind of watch the rear, he'll head into the room, and yeah, all these these descriptions of the spaces that we're in. I like to think that those are Oster's notes that he has in his diary.
In the book.
Yes, that like he has it kind of like visually mapped and then written out. So he is kind of taking a moment to pull in the space to be like, okay, this is what it looked like. This is how many buttresses there were in the room.
Yeah.
This is what the brazier looked like.
Yeah, you're making those notes. Do you want to do a little perception check for me as well?
Okay, I'm not that good at that.
Since Deceit doesn't see anything, he's just like, it just seems like a lot of religious mumbo jumbo to me, to be honest. I don't know anything about the gods, to be honest. But I wonder what's behind these curtains, blah, 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 blah. Just like chatting away.
16. That's a 15 plus 1.
Okay. Oster, as you're noting down the room, you've kind of like noticed like, yes, there's seems to be 5 gargoyles, and you're like, I better double check. Oh, there's 6 gargoyles. And then you're like, hang on, there's 6 gargoyles. There were 5 before, and you see one of them starts to loom above you, and as you see it, it starts to drop down towards Deceit, who has not noticed this creature start to drop down. And I'd like you to roll initiative for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
18.
Okay, yeah, my luck has definitely run out.
Okay, my turn. Yay, 18.
8.
I'm 17.
Damn.
Ooh, nice. 17.
Damn, I really am just not
For the
noticing anything going on right now.
Is maths
Super.
and Thalia. Oh, awesome. Okay. We'll do this and then we'll finish up, I think.
Okay.
So yes, Deceit, you're all caught a little bit by surprise, but Oster, you are not, as you watch a sort of snake-like, worm-like creature with like these flayed tentacles coming out from a beak start dropping down off the ledge towards Deceit. What would you like to do?
I think again, his instincts were correct, and there's a little bit of Oster that's like, yeah, there is issue 1, volume 2, danger around every corner.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of going to kind of step into Deceit's space to almost kind of like bump her through the curtain, or bump him through the curtain, and in that same moment do high roundhouse kick up at the thing. So it is like kind of a bump, and then the leg goes straight up to it.
Not even noticing, like, Deceit. It's just like, watch where you're going. My goodness.
Yeah, we'll resolve that in a moment.
18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and that is 7 plus
Jesus.
3. So that's 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, nice.
Sheesh.
Minus 10. Okay. Yeah, you hit bump Deceit through the curtain. So you've gone through into the other room, and you see 3 goblins praying around praying around a shrine.
Hey, danger around every corner.
Yeah.
I
So
derailed the first half one time, and you tried to kill me.
we see overlaid over this Oster's notes. This chamber occupies the northern tower of the castle. A stone altar stands in the middle of the room, covered with blood-stained black cloth. Golden ritual implements, a chalice, a knife, and a censer are carefully arranged on top of the altar. 2 archways to the south are covered with heavy curtains, and there are 3 goblins kneeling before the altar, praying.
Underlined exclamation point,
Yes.
exclamation point, exclamation point.
So I just roll initiative for the goblins. Okay.
Of course.
Goblins.
And this is where deceit dies.
Okay, then it is Osfire.
So I'm kind of back in the doorway at the end of this room. How far away is everything from me?
Oh, that's a good question. If you're in the doorway, 1, 2, 3. We'll say Deceit's over by the brazier, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 feet from Deceit being an Oster grappling with this weird creature.
And do I see? I don't see the goblins. I take it, do I?
No, if you haven't, I think you've just seen Deceit fall through a curtain.
Okay. I am going to cast at second level. I'm going to cast guiding bolt at the gargoyle.
Yes.
So,
Also, just for ease, because I will say it by accident, this is a grick.
a grick. Okay.
And it looks horrible.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn. Come on, guiding bolt.
16 points of damage
Nice.
into it. And target takes the damage, and on the next attack roll made against that target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
Sweet.
So
Excellent.
it hits it and it just starts to glow from the damage as
Yeah.
it burns inside it.
So it's glowing, and it opens up its beak, goes, and it's its turn. So it's like, and turns,
Well,
I think, towards.
But
Mhm.
bonus
Sorry,
action,
bonus
spiritual
action,
weapon.
please. Yes, do your bonus action.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon. And I'm going to send it up towards it and attack with that as well. Because I think I can cast
Is
an
it
attack.
codpiece?
Yes, because I don't. In the heat of the moment, I haven't thought of a new shape, so I'm just going to send a codpiece with a slight dint in the front of it up towards the creature, and I'm going to attack for that.
You got
It's got
advantage,
a
of course.
hobgoblin head-shaped dent.
That is 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and there was 10 points of damage.
Nice. 10. So.
Okay.
Okay. Then it is the Grick's turn. Now glowing, it goes. Fun. Okay. So first, it's going to lash out. That's cool. Okay. So first, it lashes out with its tail towards Oster, who is the closest. 20 non-natural to hit.
Yep, that hits.
A 26. Ooh, that did well. 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, how long did the temporary hit points last that we got?
Are you okay? I haven't killed you, have I?
2 seconds. Let me just double check because I don't think it specifies, so I think you just have them. Sorry. It doesn't specify, so you just have them until they're used.
Okay, Oster is still up, but barely.
Just a point of order, actually, I made a mistake. I can cast spiritual weapon and bring it into existence, but the creature that I have to hit has to be within 5 feet of me on the first turn of it appearing. But I can, so it says here,
Yeah, you're
can make
within
a melee
that
attack.
range. Yeah, it's fine.
Was I within 5 feet of him? Was I?
Oh, no, the
You can
weapon
cast
has
the
to be in
weapon
5
within
feet,
20
I think.
I can cast the weapon. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't giving it extra damage. I wasn't.
Gosh. And then, hits Oster with its tail, and then it's gonna slither towards Ozfire. Opportunity attack if you would like. if you want to have a
Oster, yeah.
go for Oster. I'm going to leave your area.
I think he's not going to let it pass him and go after somebody else. So I think, like after it kind of like that thing of maybe when it lashed out with its tail,
Yeah.
I think he's going to try and like use his own leg that like it might have hit to like wrap the tail and bring it straight down like with his heel just to kind of like almost like chop his tail off.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay. Okay, that is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Damn, you with these high rolls.
And that's not great damage. That's an even 5.
Okay, still.
Even 5? What the hell? That's just a normal 5.
An odd 5.
It's an odd 5, yeah.
Yes, okay, cool. I can never remember when you hit on an opportunity attack, it doesn't like stop them from going where they want to go, right? No, it just does a bit of damage.
Only if you have the sentinel feat.
That's it, the sentinel, yeah. I played with someone who had sentinel like the first time I played, so I'm always like confused after that.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
so then
fair.
it's like on its tail, gets a little footmark in it, heads towards Ozfire, and it's gonna with those tentacles around its mouth lash out.
Can I actually I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference, but I do actually, since we're mentioning feats, I have a feat called Crusher. And when I hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet to an unoccupied space, provided the target is no more than one size larger than you.
It is large.
Okay. Oh, it's bigger than me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's one size larger.
One size bigger. If you're medium, then that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. So it would have to be huge or bigger.
Okay. Yeah, I think he is. Like, as he kind of brings his foot down on top of it, he's just gonna like shove, like it's kind of a kick push, just to push it 5 feet further away.
Sweet. Okay. You push it off the mark, and it's like, and I think it's still got enough movement to get to Ozfire, unfortunately. But yeah, it's like pushed off balance.
Still good looking out.
So does a 14 hit Ozfire?
14 does not hit me.
Okay, so yeah, it's pushed off balance by the kick, and it's just like with its tentacles. Then it is the goblins. I think what I'm going to say is Thalia rushes in and starts engaging the two of the goblins in a sort of battle to one side, so we'll keep them occupied. But the third, you can see this one's wearing slightly fancier robes and has like a little like bracer on its arm. It looks like as if it has some sort of like for something to land on it. But it covers like its whole arm. And it turns to you and is like, intruders!
Oh.
And starts running towards you. Get my goblin page. Runs at you. It attacks you for does a 15 hit?
I believe it does. It does. Oh god, it does. Jesus, my armor class is
Hits you with its short sword for 4 slashing damage.
I don't like having damage done to me. This is like the first damage I've taken all game because I kept putting people to sleep. I'm feeling my mortality. Is that his turn then? Is it me then next or?
Yes, it is you next.
I'm probably last. Okay, so I'm likely last. So that goblin. Let me see. I want to do a little some. Let's see. 20 feet. Are the goblins within 20 feet of each other? The 3 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast Sleep at 2nd level.
Nice. Okay.
Because I just have had enough of these already.
These annoying
I've just barely even been there.
Yeah.
Like, girl, no. Okay, so that's 1, 2. Oh god, I gotta get a lot of dice.
Is that HP, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's HP and it's 7d8. I have to roll, which is just so many dice. I actually have 7d8s exactly. So, let's roll a few of them first. Oh, that's high. That is
calculator,
Okay,
see how many goblins we can put to sleep.
15. Oh, Jesus, that's 34, 38.
One goblin, 2 goblins, 3 goblins. You can put to sleep all 3 goblins.
Excellent, I will do that.
How wide is the radius on sleep?
20 feet. That's why I was like, are they within 20 feet of each other?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, just those 3
Yeah.
then in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
is there other
intruders!
goblins in the room?
No, just those 3, but I was just checking if there were any like in the other rooms.
Oh, okay. Well, I
all
suppose they're the
3
goblins I can see.
drop their weapons and fall to sleep.
I'm gonna run into. I'm gonna be like, okay, you just stay there, and then I'm gonna run into the other room, and I'm going to once again use my last bardic to give everybody 5 hit points, and they can move their movement speed. So, Ostra, you can engage the snake thing that's attacking Osfire if you want to, and Osfire, you can get out of opportunity attack zone, or you can get out of melee if you want to. It also, you don't provoke an opportunity attack if you move with this movement.
Okay.
Okay. Then, last but not least, Thalia, now no longer fighting goblins, will jump in and whack at this creature. Oh, but misses badly.
Damn.
Not her day.
Damn.
She's a little sleepy.
Oh,
I keep rolling like 5. It's awful.
Oh.
Oster, back to the top. So yeah, this creature's whacked you with the tail, is now going after Osfire.
Yeah, Oster is not well. Like, he's not. He is bad.
Not feeling good.
No. But then seeing it go after Osfire, I think it's gonna, like, nobody beats up the guy that's teaching me, to be a hero, unless I say so. And he's gonna run and leap on top of the creature. Like, he's just gonna bring both of his feet down on top of him.
Yeah, it's like lashing about.
Yes, yeah, and it's just kick after kick after kick. He's gonna do I'm gonna use flurry blows to do 3 kicks.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Get the calculator.
If you're like an animal race and you're a monk, can you call it flurry of blows?
Yes, I think actually by law you have to.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So that is...
It automatically changes on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pick one of the animal races.
A 19, a 21, and a nat 20.
To hit, yeah. They all hit.
Okay.
Holy hell.
And then... So,
oh my gosh, you might do it.
No, not the first one. That's 5 damage on the first one.
Okay.
And then 7 on the second. And then... What is it? What's your crit hit rule, Philippa? Is it just the normal dice damage and then you roll it again?
Yeah.
Okay. So then that is 13 on the last one.
Total. Okay.
25.
Nice. Well, yeah, you didn't quite take it down, but you've done a real good job on it. You've kicked off, there's some of it's like sort of scales of like come off as you kicked it. One of the tentacles is hanging a bit more limply. It's not looking very happy. Okay, do you want to do anything else on your go?
If I shove it, like with my crusher thing, if I move it 5 feet, like if it's on Osfire, will he get an opportunity attack?
It's forced movement, so no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I think all I'm gonna do is I'm like those kicks. Then he's trying to he's literally trying to lob it, even though it's bigger than him. He's trying to kick it up into the air. That's all he's trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, Osfire.
I'm seeing that Oscar is now laying into this thing, and we're looking pretty rough. I am just gonna come in at it and swing my mace at it first. So mace attack. That is 17 to hit.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit.
Okay, and then a spiritual
Got
weapon.
kicked out the way by Oster.
Yeah, spiritual weapon is gonna go for a hit. Okay, that is 19 to attack.
That hits.
That hits. Okay, and that is 7 points of damage into it with a spiritual codpiece.
Okay, the codpiece does it.
Ooh.
Tell me how it goes down.
The codpiece it hits it. And is this thing made of stone, or is it like?
No, it's not. It was just pretending to be a gargoyle. It's actually this kind of like, sort of snake-like creature. Let me show you.
So it
looks like this.
Yes. Those things. Okay. So the codpiece kind of hits it, and it goes, and it starts to kind of in its death throes, it's wriggling, and it's kind of squirming, and obviously Osbar is hanging onto the back of it. So the codpiece just keeps ramming into the head of it, and it's in the ground, just to kind of make sure that it's dead.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's like, you know when like
and
snakes do that kind of like squirming thing when they're caught? It's like doing like
Yeah.
You crush it. Excellent.
In my mind, it's like, you know, in a cartoon when something keeps like bonking something,
Yes.
like, and it keeps
Absolutely.
like coming back
Yeah.
up in a slightly different
Yeah.
shape.
That's it.
Like bonk, 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 bonk.
Sorry, I've just realised something I'll tell you about in a minute. that I did wrong. Basically, I was just looking at my monster manual. I gave you the harder one than the one it said, so you did a really good job. I was like, wow, this is really difficult for like level 3. Yeah, it turns out it's not the right one.
And I was like, 3 goblins and this thing just took like 40 damage and is fine. I was like, damn. Philippa's coming hard.
TPK.
Okay,
TPK.
let's admit to a DM mistake because we don't do that enough. It was supposed to be a Grick, which is challenge rating 2. I accidentally ran you the Grick Alpha, which is challenge rating 7. And it's fine. And I didn't even reduce its like attack or anything. So well done.
Yeah.
So good job.
I mean, I have 3
Amazing.
hit points left.
Yeah, well, you didn't die, so it's all good. It's all fine.
Look,
Anyway.
nobody messes with the codpiece. Nobody messes with the codpiece.
Nobody.
Exactly. So yeah, you're fine. Yeah, we'll let you have a little rest for the next one. Can't believe
With betas took out an alpha. Fuck you guys. Yeah.
That's amazing.
just it'll be fine. Okay, so yeah, you crush this.
Homebrew made a very valid point. This is Thalia retelling it, so it wasn't
true,
a
I
CR2,
beat
it
it
was
up.
a CR7.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Thalia's like, yeah, we
Boom,
were
back on
so
track.
good. Thank you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
obviously
kick that
meant to
thing's
do this.
ass.
Yeah, now it's dead. You have a bit more time to look around and actually deceit. On a second look, you see that there are a few things now a bit more easy to see on that altar that before it was kind of hard to see with the curtains closed. And you can see that the altar is covered in like a wrapped up. There's something wrapped up in crimson cloth, and taking it down, you see a gold statuette of a sun elf, worth 100 gold pieces.
This will fund some silly endeavors, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll absolutely take that. I'm sure we can just like finish off the goblins. We can just
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to get back
Murdering
up.
people in their sleep.
I mean, they're going to get back up and try and kill me.
You
so,
see in
like,
their pockets
one of them slapped
invitations to a
me.
birthday party they'll never attend.
I'm so sorry.
They've
here.
even got their birthday hats.
Oh my god, was the
If we can like knock them
Asta
out,
didn't kill them,
like-
yay!
the sun elf was like the gift they were bringing all wrapped up.
Yeah, it was all wrapped up. You
Yeah.
see also they had, one
You
of
know
them
what?
had a little chalice, one had a little knife, and one had a little censer that they were all going to give as presents.
I guarantee you,
presents now.
we're gonna get to the end of this castle. It's gonna turn out this is just a giraffe play center. We'll just burst into some kid's birthday party at a play center. That's what this is.
I would like. I feel like during this whole fight, like we've had the whole like Oster's been fighting and doing really well, and Deceit like kind of feels bad about murdering that guy before, but he's just like, okay, maybe we should try to be nice. And I, instead of killing them outright, is just gonna like hit them non-lethally while like it's still a crit, it's still like because they're unconscious, but like enough to just knock them out, and then maybe like leave their unconscious bodies like in somewhere slightly safer than just belayed on the floor.
There's like a little covering on the back of their like blood-stained altar. You can like tuck them underneath to sleep in a little pile.
Oh, they can rest next to their little god statue. That sounds like something they'd like.
But you do get the feeling that those presents were worth quite a lot of money.
Oh yeah, do you know what? If I feel like, would Deceit be the only one in the room collecting them?
Yeah, the other two are probably dealing with the
statue. Cool. So while that's happening, I will have pocketed 2 of the presents and kept one as our present to give for this birthday party, and I'll take one of the invite. I'll take 3 of the invites for us as well.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the chalice, I'll just let you decide. So there's a chalice worth 150 gold pieces, a knife worth 60, and a censer worth 20 gold pieces.
Well, I'm going to keep the 2 expensive ones and give
Obviously.
them the 16 gold piece knife. Of
Obviously, the
course.
knife can be the present. Great. Yeah.
You
Okay.
all like after this adventure, you were all wondering why Deceit made out like a fucking bandit. This is why.
Because they are a
Cool,
bandit.
okay. I think that might be a good place for us to sort of finish up. There's still a bit more of the castle to explore, but we'll obviously leave that to whoever's DMing next time. And I will expect a birthday party, obviously.
Yeah, it's been established.
So,
I do love that you're like, we're going to do Cragmaw Castle, but we're going to have a birthday party.
Yeah.
all these goblins,
Love
they need a
it, love
party, obviously.
We break into the main room with their own style of bouncy castle.
Oh my god, I love it.
I do love that I do love our take on goblins in this. It's like we unionize them, we've given them birthday parties. Like, they're so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
They're just living life.
I think our final bit is that you do hear like the dulcet tones of like about 7 goblins singing happy birthday to each other in the room next one over from you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh.
That's so funny.
And normally, yeah. Sorry, Philip. Yeah.
Oh no, that's it. I
yeah,
think that's where we should finish up.
Yeah, I was gonna say normally we.
I think we need to go crash
Yeah.
the party.
Well, we have invitations, so we're not crashing.
True, and
Sally's
I have
like,
a
I don't
present.
have an invitation. There were only
Oh,
3.
here's one, darling.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But no, you don't have one.
it's fine. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, you can be a
just a
sexy
guest.
hobgoblin again.
I'm a +1. That's true. They always have sexy hobgoblins around here.
At parties.
At parties, of course. Every party needs one.
Normally, we would roll for our DM at this point of view, but we're going to keep it a surprise until the next session. So, yeah.
Truly random.
Yes, truly random. Before I let you go, just a very, very quick reminder that we are D8 Dungeon. We are a group of Irish TTRPGers that love telling stories, and Random DMs is just one of the shows that we are currently putting out there. Coming up next week, we have the delayed episode of Romance in the Dungeon will be out Friday week. And you can catch us on social media channels at D8 Dungeon. I think we worked out we're about kind of maybe 65% through Lost Minds of Phandelver. And we will be continuing Random DMs with another adventure. And we are going to be looking for other shows, other TTRPG creators to get involved. So if you think you might like to take part in the Dragon of Icespire Peak, then hit us up. You can find us on social media. You can contact us at d8dungeon@gmail.com. And very quickly, just to shout out our sponsors and friends of the show, Dakota Irish, purveyors of amazing TTRPG accessories and dice and all things that you need for your games. We do usually have a discount code. We have not gotten one for June yet. So I will follow up with the team there for that and put it out on the next couple of sessions. Also, the Rook and the Raven, creators and sellers of some amazing customizable notebooks for your TTRPG needs, whether you're a DM or a player. And if you use the code D8Dungeon at the checkout, you get 15% off your order, and we get a portion of those proceeds. So if you need a new notebook for your game or your characters, you know where to go to get it. And a big thank you, as always, to Dahi, Wayne, and Philippa for helping bring this together. This was a really wacky idea we had a couple of months ago, and I'm really glad we started with y'all. I don't think a single session has been the same. I mean, the story's been the same, which is great, and the continuity is there, but holy heck, everybody's style is just awesome. Which is, I think, that was the point of Random DMs, was to just show off everyone's different ways of approaching running a game and stuff like that. So no, thank y'all so much for that. We're gonna leave it there. I'm back tomorrow, actually, for date night. So we're kicking off date night, and I will be playing some games live here on Twitch for about an hour or so, just chatting and playing some games. And yeah, and I'm going to be playing kind of a romantic comedy puzzler. So yeah, you can watch me make an idiot of myself trying to figure that out for a little bit. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, and it's too hot outside to go anywhere, you know where to find me. Do y'all want to maybe shout out?
I was wondering if at the end we wanted to finish with rolling a fun goblin name for the goblin's birthday. Who is the birthday goblin?
Yeah.
But we can do that after
Yes.
promos, maybe, as a finishing up.
Okay.
Because I have a little goblin name in me.
Brilliant. Yes.
Wonderful.
Sorry to interrupt.
No. I was just saying, does anybody want anything? Do they want to mention anything they're working on? Any projects? Anything that they've just dropped that they want to shout out?
I've got the finale of our Glitter Hearts campaign, Touch the Ocean, over on Girls on These Worlds on Monday evening. It's our final session. There's going to be a showdown at the showcase, which should be very fun. So I recommend coming along. If you're not watching Ballad of the Mad King, I can't remember which week it's on.
Monday. It's coming this Monday.
Yeah. Well, watch one on a VOD. It'll be fine.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Watch
Watch
both
us
at the
on the
same time.
Yeah.
Yes, same time, 2 screens.
Multitask.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Easy.
The latest episode of Sorcery Shenanigans dropped recently, episode 10, and there's all sorts of weirdness in that one. But we also have a giveaway thanks to our sponsors, Dublin City Comics, a fantastic D&D themed giveaway in there that anyone can enter, no matter where you are in the world. So please do check us out. You'll find us on the YouTube, or you'll find us on Spotify. You can actually watch the video on Spotify as well. So you can either watch it or you can listen to it on Spotify or anywhere you get your podcasts, and you can check out the full thing up on our YouTube channel. So if you look up Irish Pubcast or Sorcery and Shenanigans on YouTube, you will find us.
Awesome. Dahi, anything you want to just...
I just follow me on Twitter or something. I don't know. No, literally, I don't really have anything going on right now. Nothing crazy. I'm stupidly busy right now, but hopefully, I'll be keeping an eye on the D8 drive that's coming up in the summer, and hopefully, it might see some people there.
Yes, and I just dropped everyone's socials in chat. It took me 3 attempts to get the code right, so there you go.
Stunning. Randoms.
Yeah, got there eventually.
Yeah.
And Dahi, you just mentioned Dungeon Drive. That is coming up the weekend of the 29th and 30th of July. It's 2 days of raising money for organizations, one here in Ireland and one international. And we will be we're still looking for Dungeon Masters to sign up. We're taking an early list of players, people who are expressly interested in just playing, and really looking for people to help out, people that might be able to produce a game or two for us behind the scenes as well. Because some of the D8 Dungeon crew are away this year. So me doing 48 hours of producing, I will be found cradling myself to sleep. But yeah, and without getting into any big details, there are some amazing people like tabletop creators and companies that have gotten behind it this year. With nice. I think last time I was talking to Amber, who is handling kind of a lot of the PR and marketing around it, we've doubled on what we had last year. Which was insane. So that was even more than we had on the first year. So yeah. So if you are a TTRPG creator and you want to help, maybe you have a prize pack you want to give, if you drop an email to d8dungeon@gmail.com, and you can send it for Amber's attention, and we obviously, in return, you get shout outs during the stream, and any promotion and stuff on social media as well. So we want to give back to people who want to help out as well. So ampersand D20, thank you so much for the raid, but we are just about to wrap up. So I don't go anywhere. Let's keep that raid going. So I'm going to figure out how to do that, because I'm...
Well, while we do that, should we pick a name for our goblin?
Yes, actually, can we do that? So, yes.
So, a little plug for my friend. This is Weird Little Goblins by Molomute, which you can get a version on itch.io. Dahi and Wayne, can you both roll me a d20, please?
Of course,
and we'll make our goblin name for whose birthday it is.
Okay.
Dahi, you go first.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got an 18.
A 10, 18. Bucket.
Plop Bucket.
What's his name?
What a
It's Plop
stunning.
Bucket's birthday.
Plop Bucket.
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay.
Is it Blop or like is it like
Plop.
B or P?
P.
P-L-O-P. Plop
Oh,
Bucket.
amazing! That's even
Plop
better.
Plop
Love
And
it.
Declan, do you want to tell us what our goblin looks like? Do you want to do a little D12 real quick?
Yes. I would
Great,
love to roll.
feature.
Yes.
And then
This
we'll
This is amazing. This is amazing.
I love this already.
Plop
A
Bucket look like.
6.
Plop Bucket has extra fingers. He can count up to his birthday.
Oh, he's 12.
12.
Oh my god, it is a child's birthday.
It is a child's
I
birthday.
don't know how long goblins live.
Oh, wow.
True.
Or
Yeah,
it's
that's
O or
amazing.
P. It's one or the other. They're either really, really young or they're really, really old now.
So
Yeah.
that's available on itch.io, did you say, Philippa?
Yeah, itch.io, and then you can fold it into a little zine.
I might
Oh,
ask
that's
you
easy.
for
find
the link,
out.
and we'll share that on our socials as well, and we'll put that out on our
Yes.
socials. If you
Yeah.
give me the link, I'll put that out. That's class. I always love those. Those things are always really, really great.
Also, look at
games.
the little goblin in the back.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's amazing.
That's the birthday boy.
that's the stack of
that's it.
bodies that,
Yeah,
that we left
that's
behind.
Plop
That's Plop Bucket having his birthday.
Standing on the corpses of his friends.
So whoever's
It's a bit.
Oh.
gets to do that.
Yeah, it's going to be Plop Bucket's death day next time. So yeah.
Oh, bless.
Poor
Okay,
Plop Bucket.
we're gonna jump in and raid Troll Lord Games. Their stream is about to start, I think, so we're gonna drop in there. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time for the next episode, and a DM, maybe.
Are we
Ready?
out?
Now we are, I think.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh, fun.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you so much, Philippa.